Hello and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. This time we're looking at Takedown, Issue 1. This is a book from Cosmic Times. The indicia says it was released in 2021, but it actually didn't come out till 2022 because of the paper shortage, I assume. Written by Geoffrey Wessel, art by Bassett, letters by Jim Campbell, colors by Victorino, Mendoza, Muyo Jr. I have the standard cover by Bassett. I do like that cover, it's pretty cool. It got me to buy the book. Now inside the book we see an alien armada heading toward Earth, and their group leader appears to be from Earth, although the rest of the crew is made up of aliens. Then we jump over and we see the actions of this law enforcement officer named Bledsoe. He is very much a Judge Dredd pastiche, going around enforcing the law and dealing out justice to aliens as necessary. We see him talking to his boss, who tells him about the envoy coming in, and they're there for diplomatic reasons, and she gives him the 1980s supervisor thing when talking to a rogue cop and how he needs to keep his nonsense together. Well, it turns out the leader of the alien armada is wanted for various crimes, including betraying the government, and it led to a lot of problems on Earth with the conglomerate. I think the world building's pretty good in this. There's good confrontation. There's some interesting storyline here that probably should have been stretched out into a 4-issue miniseries, giving it a little more time to breathe and become a more in-depth story, but I liked it. I thought it was fun. The similarities to Judge Dredd are really superficial. The costume has a very Judge Dredd feel to it, but it deals more with aliens than regular citizens. He has the same general kind of job, but more alien oriented. I thought it was a fun book. The art is pretty rough. I think the artist needs some more work. The style looks a little stiff and at times amateurish. Other times it looks fine. There's some really good panels and some really rough ones. But I think the artist has potential. They just need a little more work to loosen up the characters so they don't look quite as rigid. But it's an indie book, so you're going to have a little bit of lower quality than you would expect with some of the bigger titles. But I've seen worse art, and I don't hate it or anything. I think the artist just needs to find their voice and their style and really refine it. Some more practice, that sort of thing. And they could probably have more of a Frank Fosco look, where it's not quite as rigid, but there is more of a artistic license being taken with the anatomy, which is fine. Not necessarily my thing, but I think the artist has potential. So I would say the art's kind of rough, but don't let that ruin the story for you. The story's actually pretty good, and I thought it was a fun story. I'd like to see more of these characters, actually. I think this has potential to be an interesting storyline, especially the way it ended. So hopefully we'll get more of these characters in the future, but as it stands, it looks like this was just a one-shot. If you get a chance to check this out, I would recommend it. I didn't feel cheated for my $4 because I've read way worse stories from Marvel. Like I said, I like the story, and the art, while rough, does have potential, and it serves the story just fine, and I always give a lot of leeway to indie books, so I thought it was worth checking out. That's gonna do it for this one. Thank you so much for listening and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future reviews. And as always, we hope to see you on the next one.